Earlier on, one of you guys actually sent me this thing saying, hey, looks like they have an update from the church, and the update says that they're going to do a video or something about that later on. But I don't just want to talk about that as an update. I want to give an update of a story that I also gave some time ago. Actually, two particular stories. I think it's so let's do three on this episode. I intended to do one, but then two are actually fitting, and actually three are actually fitting on it. First, I made a story about Winnie Mashaba's marriage collapse. Number two, you guys remember when we made the video about the spiritual son of Hubert Angel being wanted. You guys remember that story? Yeah, there's a little bit of an update on that. It's not a good one. I did see him as a charlatan. I mean, like, his doctrine, it's just the same as his spiritual. But this time, the issues that arose, some of them were things to relate with the Bible. Some of them not entirely. We want to talk about that as well on this episode. And then the kidnapping of the pastor, as it was actually stated, or as it was actually said from Pastor Salange's church. And so that's what we're talking about, these particular three subjects. It's actually show with the Daily Christian Commentary videos. If it's your first time over here, be sure to check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comment. If you are hearing a little bit of an echo, this is a better echo. If I ever said such, yeah, it's a better echo. Okay, so today I decided the noise outside is just too much. First of all, there's just all kinds of noise. There's the generators. The kids are playing outside. And so it's a bit more noisy outside. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to go keep kids quiet. Who does that? So instead, let me go film in my bathroom, because my bathroom, it's small, the sound is better. I can just bounce off the light off. You understand. They broke up, the relationship dissolved. She then fell pregnant. And on that particular thing, I wanted to note that part. She fell pregnant. We made a video saying, you know, sometimes families put so much pressure on the wife, as if the wife is the one that gives birth, is the one that gives children. She gives birth, but she doesn't give children. It is God that gives children. But now what's the update is that now they say she is just going through her lobolas for the recent relationship. And so I saw it because people were saying congratulations. Now the reason why I wanted to give that update is because it fits into the whole thing when we were speaking about patience towards partnership, right? And so people get into a relationship, they have no patience whatsoever. It's either be a woman who can't wait for the man to, you know, go through his struggle days and eventually find his success. But also even in the subject matter of children, some people are so impatient, they make it, yeah, if my household doesn't live with you don't live with you. You want to stress me about what? I go. So some of these pressures are stated, you are allowed. You know, you must know to shut it off. People start getting in your face. Hey, cut people off. And so that's the thing that I wanted to remind about, is that sometimes we become impatient in an area where the person that we are blaming is not even in control. Speaking about control, this brings us to the Pastor Salange release. They stated on a post, so if you go on Facebook, you will see they posted it right there. It says, "Shalom to all the members of God's Chapel Ministries and the followers of Pastor Hosting Salange. We are excited to announce our spiritual father and Pastor Salange has been released by the kidnappers last night and was dropped off to a near shopping center in Gauteng. Okay, they said that he will make a statement, an official video statement later this evening at 7:30 South African time. Says we like to thank everyone who stood with us in prayer during this so they don't mention whether there was a ransom or if because they took him from a church according to the last post, if I remember. And so, or if there was any demands, and if they did meet those demands. But that's not the subject that I wanted to talk about, particularly about that update. It was just Christian platforms that spoke about it. There's nobody else that actually. This tells you the importance of Christian media by itself. Okay, Christian media is important. We don't have a voice on the social media space. We get drowned out by everything else. Others, they are talking about how much booze they were drinking. Others are talking about what hotel they slept in and all this kind of stuff. And so, but the subject matters of the church as a whole, people are just not interested in that. Okay, it's only me and you who's interested. No way. Is everything Gucci? That whole 900. At 7:30 today, South African time. I don't know if they're gonna do it on their YouTube channel or on their Facebook page. I'll give you an update. Now, the last story. It's a sad one. Okay? The last story is a sad one. You guys remember Jerome Fernando, Prophet Jerome Fernando is the spiritual son of Ranger. You remember a few months back, I think 2-3 months back, there was accusations of money laundering. What? Money laundered? Yes. Not from my mouth, from the news platforms that were actually reporting on it. So they spoke about money what. And there was tax evasion. Then there was also subject matters of him evading the country because he was wanted. Now, that was the part which we said that we understand biblical reasons. And the biblical reason was that, he had criticized certain practices from other religions in his country. Now, religious freedom in his country, it's not, freedom of speech is not a thing over there. So they were actually looking for him. So I think recently, about a few days back, he was scheduled to come in and give a statement. And when he went to give the statement, they arrested him. So if you didn't see the video, this is the video clip right here and stuff like that. And so previously, it was just that he was wanted, but he had fled the country or something like that. He went somewhere else. And there was a subject matter of tax evasion and all those money, what stuff. Now, that's the part. It kind of reminds you of what Paul says when he says, when you are a believer, do not be persecuted because you are there busy doing the wrong things. If you are persecuted for the things that are actually biblical, it's understandable. And so there were the other charges, dodgy man stuff. The other charges, tax evasion, we can make that mistake. It's very easy to just get lost in that whole world, unless it's intentional, because the way they spoke about it, they spoke about it as if it was intentional. Another point about that story, I never saw any of his brotherhoods and spiritual fatherhoodings they mention anything about this. They didn't say no prayers, they sending prayers or anything like that. Did they say? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. All this dedication, and they can't even, wish the Lord to release you or anything. Nothing. Just a word, a prayer, nothing. I was like, there's a reason why I'm never found in a propheto church, like those ones. I'm not against prophets, by the way. Just in a propheto church, those ones. Papa, professor. You never find, because there's no loyalty there. There's no loyalty. It's full of thieves and all kinds of things. So that's why you just never would see me in such a position, because there's no loyalty there. You can dedicate your entire life. That's exactly what I said when that other guy who was heavy on Bushiri's stuff when Bushiri was still at showgrounds, busy orchestrating things, prophetisms and whatnot. And then when he passed away, not even a word. Not even a word. They were posting about their daughter, what, nothing. And and we spoke about the subject matter of standing before God for your judgment without this mandate. Okay? Because sometimes people, I don't know if they feel like these prophetic people, they'll be with you there, they'll be vouching. No, this one is faithful. You'll be by yourself there. Your spiritual father, who's a charlatan, will not be there. Just a reminder. And so, that's the that's the conclusion of this particular episode. I wanted to just give an update, particularly mainly on those particular two, the kidnapping and also this one here of the arrest of the pastor actually happening 2-3 months after they actually had said that they wanted him. They said, come give a statement. They then took him in. So if there's anything that actually does happen on this one, I'll give you an update. I'm still waiting for further updates from Namibia concerning Japhet Jonas. I don't know. Japhet Jonas, the guy who was responsible for Tron Grace and stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I know last time he asked for bail, he didn't get it. So I don't know where did that end up. So please holla at your boy. WhatsApp number will be down there. If there's anything that actually did happen or so forth. I think the last time I tried to inquire was like in October or something like that. So give your boy update if there's anything that actually did happen further. Or any other story that I spoke about that needs an update that might be relevant to a certain story. Just send it through so that I can give you a proper update. It's Ricky. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you later. Sharp, sharp.